trust God. Two single-syllable words that you have heard forever, but you will discover as time passes how difficult they are to obey.
Easy to believe when things are going our way. We're getting good breaks, our health is improving, our child is turning around. When you can see it, it doesn't take much faith. The test comes when you can't see any sign of what you're believing for. You're working hard, but doors aren't opening. You're praying, but the medical report isn't improving. You're doing the right thing, but your marriage isn't getting better. You know God put the promise in your heart. You know He gave you the dream, but there's no sign that it's happening. If you just saw a little improvement, if you just felt a little better, at least you would know that what you were doing was helping. But many times, before a promise comes to pass, you have to go through a season of silence where you're not seeing anything changing. You'll be tempted to think, is what I'm doing even working? Is my believing, my praying, my giving even making a difference? This is when many people get discouraged and give up on what they're believing for. But just because you don't see anything happening doesn't mean God is not working. Behind the scenes, things are changing that you can't see. God does much of His work in secret. You can't see Him lining up the people you need. You can't see Him arranging good breaks for you. You can't see Him sending the angel with your promise, putting the healing, the promotion, the vindication on your schedule. All you can see is, Joel, I'm praying and nothing's happening. I'm doing my best, but nothing's improving. You're in a season of silence. The question is, are you going to get discouraged and quit believing because you're not seeing? Or are you going to dig your heels in and say, God, I may not see anything happening, but I'm not moved by what I see. I'm moved by what I know, and I know what you promised me is on the way. If you'll stay in faith, at some point, you're going to see what God was doing behind the scenes.
Trust God. Of course, I have no way of knowing what the future holds for you. You may lose your home and everything in a fire. You may lose your spouse to an early disease, detected but not cured. You may lose your dreams, your hopes. You may lose a relationship that you have cultivated over the years. All losses are painful.
We prayed just as hard for my father when his health went downhill as we did for my mother. We quoted the same scriptures. We asked God to restore his health, to let him live. But my father went to be with the Lord. It didn't happen the way I wanted. There will always be unanswered questions. Why didn't my loved one make it? Why am I not getting better? Why did this person leave? Some things are not going to make sense, but God wouldn't have allowed it if He wasn't going to bring good out of it. You may not see it at the time, but God knows what He's doing. He has your best interest at heart. It's not random, it's a part of His plan.